Good morning, all of you. Good morning. Are you able to see me now? Yes, you are. Okay. Yes, because I was struggling. This is the first time I'm doing this on my channel and I did not know how to do it. So I was literally struggling. Very sorry. Okay. Everything is all right now. Okay. Finally, I have learned how to come live on this channel. ओके रीडिंग कॉम्प्रीहेंशन में स्कोर नहीं कर पा रहे हैं तो कैसे करना है इस पर एक वीडियो मैंने ऑलरेडी बनाया है और वो कल लाइव हो जाएगा वो वीडियो ठीक है प्रीमियर होगा सुबह 8:30 बजे उसमें मैंने बहुत सारे टिप्स दिए हैं ताकि आपका रीडिंग कॉम्प्रीहेंशन आप एफिशिएंटली सॉल्व कर पाए विथ एक्यूरेसी ओके ठीक है तो ओके सो टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू सॉल्व अ क्वेश्चन ऑन रीडिंग कॉम्प्रीहेंशन राइट तो अब तक आप लोग मुझे अनअकैडमी के यूट्यूब चैनल पर देखते आए हैं एंड दिस इज द फर्स्ट टाइम आई एम डूइंग दिस हियर एंड फ्रॉम नाउ ऑनवर्ड्स आई विल डू दिस सो लेट्स स्टार्ट yes I'll use English yeah okay so please join the Telegram channel Aspiring Banker Anwesha English in this Telegram channel you will get the notification for all free classes okay so let me tell you that I take free classes from Monday to Thursday on Unacademy's platform. Special classes Monday to Thursday at 9 a.m. So please join the Telegram channel to get the links of these sessions. Okay. So this is the RC that we are going to solve today. This is the RC that we are going to solve today, and before beginning the session I would request all of you to please use your earphones because there is a problem in this software that I use or probably problem in my laptop in which I am using the software. The sound is very low. The same problem I'm facing in Unacademy YouTube channel live classes, so please use your earphones. Okay, please use your earphones. I'm not able to increase the volume, unfortunately. I have tried it a number of times, but I'm not able to do that. Is it clear now? Is it better? Is it better now? Please check if it is better. Yes, it is better. Okay, so there was a settings problem. Okay, fine. So let's begin now. So this is the RC that we are going to solve today. And if you see, the RC is a big one. But yes, the RC is a big one, but the language is very easy in this RC. Okay, the language is very easy. Today we are going to solve an easy RC. Though this RC is taken from SBI Clerk mains mock test, but I'll say that this RC is an easy one. Okay, so let's begin solving this. I'll show you how to solve the RC. Okay. The first question in this RC is, so when you will find this these kind of long RCs, what you need to do is first go through the questions and then come back to the passage so that you can highlight the important parts. What is the tone of the author in the first paragraph of the passage? So the first question asks the tone of the author in the first paragraph of the passage. Okay, so let's go back to the first paragraph and let's read the first paragraph. This is the first paragraph, so please read it. Along with home delivery of groceries, pharmaceuticals, and alcohol, demand for food delivery is booming. Okay, so food delivery is people want their food to be delivered, along with the delivery of groceries, pharmaceuticals, and pharmaceuticals means medicines and alcohol. And now Zomato, Swiggy, these companies have started delivering alcohol as well, which they did not do earlier. Services such as Uber Eats and Deliveroo have become essential to cafes and restaurants that can now only sell takeaway food. So, because of social distancing, these cafes can, the cafes and restaurants can only sell takeaway food, which means people are coming and taking their food away and having their food in their home. Okay, so for that reason, these delivery services are booming. Okay, the question is, Ram, the question is, you have to identify the tone of the first paragraph. Okay, the tone of the first paragraph, and for that reason, we are reading the first paragraph now. It is good news for the likes of Uber. For the likes of Uber means for companies like Uber, whose stock prices has rose since it announced a tenfold increase in the number of restaurants signing themselves up to Uber Eats. So tenfold increase means 10 times the number of restaurants signing themselves in Uber Eats have increased. So earlier, if 5 restaurants were there, now it is 50. 50 restaurants have signed themselves to Uber. Okay, Uber Eats, because Uber Eats provide delivery services of food, and that's why the stock prices of Uber have increased. Okay, but it is a situation that has provoked serious questions. So this situation has put forward some very serious questions. Okay, not only about whether delivery services are safe, but whether it is ethical to use them. So, what are the questions? The questions are not only that whether the delivery services are safe or not. Okay, so we do not know whether the delivery partners are sanitizing themselves properly, or they are maintaining proper hygiene or not. And also there are other concerns. There are other concerns like whether it is ethical to use them, whether it is ethical, whether it is justified to use them, and why is this ethical concern there. Digital platforms like Uber Eats and Menulog are not, after all, ideal employers. They are not ideal employers. Who is an employer and who is an employee? So if you are working for State Bank of India, say, if you get selected as a PO in State Bank of India, then you become an employee of State Bank of India, and State Bank of India becomes your employer. So these companies, Uber Eats and Menulog, these are not good employers. And why is it so? That thing is mentioned in the next sentence. In fact, they don't regard themselves as employers at all, merely facilitators of work by independent contractors. So actually, they are not employers at all. They are not employing these people, which means the job of these people are not permanent. The jobs of these people are not permanent. And then what else? This is not an organized sector, which means these employees won't have any benefit of organized sector, that is leave, maternity leave. Say if the delivery partner is a female, she will not get maternity leave. They will not get sick leaves. Then they will not have their provident funds. Okay, so there are no benefits. Why? Because these companies don't consider themselves as employers, but they consider themselves as facilitators of work by independent contractors. What does this mean, independent contractors? Today, if you work for an YouTuber, say if you work for an YouTuber, and that YouTuber asks you to prepare content for him, okay, then you will be an independent contractor, which means you will be a freelancer. You are freelancing. Is the YouTuber your employer? No, the YouTuber is not your employer. Okay, you are just working a part-time for the YouTuber. Probably you are working already in a bank. You are already a PO in State Bank of India, but on your Saturdays and Sundays, when the work pressure is less, you want to earn something extra. So you work for the YouTuber and you say that I will prepare your content. So you are a freelancer. Okay. So so these people are freelancers, okay, and these companies are not actually employers, but the engineers working in these companies, they are employees of the companies, but the delivery partners are not employees. Okay, they're just independent contractors. Food delivery drivers and riders often work for less than the minimum wage and have no employee rights such as sick leave. See, so these delivery drivers or riders means those who ride bikes, motorbikes, so they work for less than the minimum wage. The minimum wage, if the government says the minimum wage for a person is say 500 rupees per day, then these delivery partners are getting much less than that. Okay, and they have no employee rights such as sick leave. They cannot take sick leave. We are collectively relying on them. Relying on them means we are depending on them collectively. We are all depending on them to provide an essential service. And what is the essential service? What is the essential service? The essential service is this delivery of food. This is an essential service, delivery of food, medicines, groceries, alcohol. Okay, thus we need to ask what as a society we owe these workers in return. So we need to ask ourselves that what we owe these workers, what we should give these workers in return for their service. Okay, so if you see from this part to this part, the author is really worried regarding the situation of these delivery drivers and riders. Isn't the author worried? No, tone cannot be analytical. For analytical tone, there must be analysis of the facts. Okay, the tone can be one thing more, that is introspective. From the last sentence here, we are collectively relying on them to provide an essential service. Thus we need to ask what as a society. So we must introspect. हमें देखना है कि हमें क्या करना चाहिए. So author is throwing a question on us that now we should introspect on this situation. We must ask questions to the society and to ourselves what we should do. So from the last sentence we can say that it is introspective. Okay, now what do we need to do? From here to here we have two tones. One is concerned, the author is worried, and the next point is introspective. Two tones. Okay, now we should look at the options. Author is feeling bad for the employees. Yes, author is feeling bad for these people, and author is really concerned, really worried about the situation as a whole. Okay, ideal employer means good employer. Okay, when I say, if I say Mohan is an ideal student, or Mohit is an ideal student, what will that mean? That will mean Mohit is a good student. Mohit is a Mohit is such a student that every other student should be. Everyone should look up to him. Okay, and should learn from him what a good student is. Suppose Mohit does all his homework on time, and Mohit is regularly studying regularly following news, and then Mohit is regularly solving quants, reasoning, and English questions. So Mohit is an ideal student. Yeah, he is not lazy. And so what is an ideal something? If I say ideal employer, that would mean perfect employer, a good employer. Okay. Introspective would mean that an introspective tone is a tone when author asks you to think about something. Okay, when an author asks you to think about something, which means you have to look inside yourself. Look inside means not physically but psychologically, mentally. You have to look inside yourself and you have to ask questions. So when can you say that the author's tone is introspective? When the author is asking you some question, when the author is throwing a question at you and asking you to think about it, then the tone is introspective. Okay, ठीक है. Now let's look at the options. Laudatory. Laudatory means praiseworthy. जब author प्रशंसा करे, when the author is praising someone. When author is praising someone, which means author is saying good things about someone or something, then the author's tone is praiseworthy. Okay, but here the author is not praising the situation, but the author is concerned, right? So laudatory is not your answer. Concerned, okay. Optimistic, when the author is hopeful. Ashavadi, when author thinks that something good is going to come in the future. Something good is going to happen in the near future. Then the author's tone is optimistic, okay? So here author is not hopeful regarding the near future, but the author is very much worried. So this is wrong. Humorous, when the author is saying something funny, something entertaining, then the tone will be humorous, but here the author is not funny. Motivating, when the author encourages you. When the author encourages you to do something, then that is motivating. Encourages you to do something good, that thing will be motivating, but here it is not. So what is concerned? When the author is worried. So the tone is concerned because the author is worried about the present situation. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so now we will go to the next question. The next question is, which of the following fragments contains a grammatical error? So there was a sentence. This sentence was in the first paragraph. Okay, and there is an error in this question. Now you will tell me the error is in which part. I want this answer from you. Okay, this thing is hidden. Whose price has this portion that stock, after stock it is written price has. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's see. It is good news for the likes of Uber, whose stock prices has rose since it announced a tenfold increase in the number of restaurants signing themselves. Okay, fine. So now you see, whose. When do we use this whose? This is a possessive pronoun. Used for, and it is not used for non-living things. Okay, only used for living things. So you cannot use whose for non-living things. But here, whose has been used for Uber. So instead of whose, it is good news for the likes of Uber. Stock price of which. So how can you write? Instead of whose for non-living things, you can write of which. So it is a good news for the likes of Uber, stock price of which Just write down here. I'll change the color of the pen. Just wait. Stock price of which, stock price, so this is singular, then has been used for singular verb. After has, have and had, third form of the verb should be used. So instead of rise, you should write rise. Rose, instead of rose, you should say risen. The stock price of which has risen since it announced a tenfold. The since has been used to denote particular time, so it has risen from the time it announced a tenfold increase in the number of restaurants signing themselves. This themselves has been used for the noun restaurants, and this restaurants is a plural noun, so themselves has been used up to Uber Eats. Okay. To stock rose nahi, risen. Good news. A part error. A remove. Okay, I'll come to it. Risen. Article A is missing. Option D. Yeah. Okay. So here, it is a good news or it is good news. It is a good news or it is good news. Let's get back to the passage to understand it. Okay, so that we can understand well. Where was it? From here. Services such as Uber Eats and Deliveroo have become essential to cafes and restaurants that can now sell takeaway food. It is good news for the likes of Uber, whose stock price of which has risen since it announced a tenfold in the number of restaurants. But it is a situation. Okay, now this news. So you have to see when there are many pieces of news. When there are many pieces of news, then you will not use the article A. But when there is only one news, then you will use the article A. Okay. Likes of Uber कैसे हो सकता है? Likes of Uber means companies like Uber. Likes of Uber means companies like Uber. So this is right. Okay. Companies like Uber. Fine. So here only good news. Okay, one more thing I should tell you. News. This thing news, with news, what verb you should use? With news, what verb you should use? Always singular. News looks plural, but the verb that should be used is always singular. Remember this. Okay. And when should you use a good news? A good news and good news. What is the difference between these two? The difference between these two is when you have only a single piece of news, then use the article a. And if you have many pieces of news, then don't use the article a, because article a denotes singular. One more thing I would like to tell you, that news in itself is always singular. The nature of this noun is always singular. Likes as Uber nahi hoga, likes as Uber nahi hoga, likes of Uber. Okay, I'll give you an example of this. Okay. See, here. For example, if I say likes of IIT Kanpur. When I say likes of IIT Kanpur, it means that institutes which are like IIT Kanpur, which are same as IIT Kanpur in education, in quality, everything. So here, likes of Uber means companies which are doing the same job as Uber. Okay, then we say likes of, not likes as. Okay. From here, along with home delivery of groceries, pharmaceuticals, and alcohol, demand for food delivery is booming. Services such as Uber Eats and Deliveroo have become essential to cafes that now sell only takeaway only takeaway food. So here you see the news. The news. There are many news here. It is good news. What is good news? The good news is that the demand for food delivery is booming, and that the services of Uber and Deliveroo have become essential to cafes and restaurants that now sell takeaway food. You do not need to use an article A over here. Okay. Okay. One more thing I would tell you. Wait, let me change the color. One more thing. Everything has got deleted. Wait a second. Yes. News. Okay. I have heard a news of your death, or sorry, of your sister's death. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पर you see that news, with news actually you don't use an article. This is wrong. Okay. Only I have heard news of your sister's death, or I have heard the news of your sister's death. When the news is particular, you use the article the, but actually you do not use the article a, because news itself is singular. But when there are many varieties of news, in that case, I have heard several. Will you use several news? Tell me. I have heard several news. No, then also you will not use several news, because news is always, it 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 looks like plural. It looks like plural, but actually it is singular. When there are many pieces of news, then also you will not use several. Okay, fine. So here you will actually not use a, no, only it is good news for the likes of Uber. Okay, and instead of whose, it will be stock price of which, and instead of rose, it will be risen, like I told you. So the main error is in part B. Okay, fine. Yes, now you got it. I think I made it ambiguous in the beginning by telling you many pieces of news and all, which confused you even more. So remember that with news, do not use article A, but you can use the article the when the news is particular. Okay. I think the volume is okay now, because people are not facing any issue like they used to face earlier. Volume बहुत low है अभी भी. Okay. अचानक से फिर से क्या हो गया कि volume बहुत low है. Okay. Okay, I'll increase it. Okay, next question. Next question. With which of the following statements is the author most likely to agree? A good news is always wrong. Yes. A lot of news. आपका clear है? A lot of, I heard a lot of news. No. Lot of news नहीं होगा. Lot of news का मतलब बहुत सारा news. No, it is wrong. I heard news. I got news. I got the news of your sister's death. या फिर I got the news of your brother's selection in the UPSC exam. So you can use the article the with news, but you cannot use the article a, and you cannot use many or several or lot of. Okay, you cannot quantify it to be very specific. You cannot quantify it. With which of the following statements is the author most likely to agree? Okay, now let's see with which of the following statements is the author most likely to agree. Fine. So for that, we need to read the paragraph. We have already read the first paragraph. Most food delivery work is done by migrants through third-party digital platforms like Uber Eats and Menulog. So most food delivery work is done by migrants through third-party platforms like Uber Eats, Menulog, then you have Swiggy. The platforms and these platforms treat drivers and riders as independent contractors, not employed with the protections and rights of employees. So this thing has already been said in the first paragraph, that they do not have any rights of a permanent employee like sick leaves. Okay. A 2019 survey commissioned by the UN suggested about 7% of the workforce use digital platforms to get gig work. Gig work means contractual work on a contract basis, or work in an online platform. Okay, that is gig work. The most common being Airtasker, Uber, Freelancer, Uber Eats and Deliveroo. So from these platforms they got work. Okay, from these digital platforms they got these work which are on a contract basis. Okay, now previous research suggests many choose gig work simply because it is better than any other forms of low paid work. So gig work is better than any other forms of low paid work. What does this mean? This means that gig work is also low paid, but it is better than any other form of low paid work. Okay, next. Now food delivery workers face pressure from those displaced from such jobs in hospitality. Now food delivery workers face pressure from those displaced from such jobs in hospitality or retail. Okay. So what is happening? So right now the jobs in hospitality industry and retail industry are suffering. Okay. So now these people who were earlier working in hospitality and retail, they also want to work in food delivery industry. So that's why the people who were already working in food delivery industry are now facing pressure. Okay, मतलब job का competition बढ़ गया है, increased competition. Complicating the situation is the lack of clarity about whether those on temporary work visas are eligible for income support announced for other workers. Okay, so there is no clarity whether the people who have come to India on temporary work visas, whether they are eligible for working. Okay, so this word is wrong and there is a question on it. Platforms don't owe gig workers a minimum wage, so can sign up as many independent contractors as they like. So these platforms don't need to provide the minimum wage to these workers. The minimum wage that has been fixed by the government, that minimum wage is not being paid to these gig workers, and that's why these platforms are signing as many workers as they want because they have to pay very less. Okay. This improves the service for customers, and what happens? The service for customers is improving for this reason, because when there are many delivery people, then what happens? The customers will get their things fast. Okay, because there are many people to cater to the customer's need. Okay, and increases profit for the platform. This increases the profit for the platform, but means individual deliverers make less money, but the deliverers, the people who are actually delivering, they are getting less money. Okay, next is to secure and safeguard this now essential service. To secure and safeguard means protect. To secure and protect this essential service. Essential service means delivery services. It is time the law ensured gig workers have the same legal right. So gig workers should have the same legal right and protection as other employees. We need the delivery drivers coming to our doors to be healthy. Because we need that the delivery drivers who are coming to our doors are healthy. If they're not getting sufficient money, then they will not be able to sanitize themselves. They will not be able to eat or have nutritious food, and which can make them sick, and that the health depends on the safety as well as economic and social inclusion. Okay, fine. So now let's see with which of the following statements is the author most likely to agree. Okay, so digital delivery platforms have taken away more jobs than they have created. So digital delivery platforms, because of digital delivery platforms, people have lost their jobs. No, digital delivery platforms are instead creating more jobs, though they're paying less, but jobs are being created. Okay, so this is wrong. Next, migrants should be encouraged to take up jobs of delivery executives. Okay, migrants should be encouraged. So this means that right now migrants are not taking up the job of delivery executives, but they should do. But this is not the case. Migrants are already working as delivery executives. You can see from here. Most food delivery work is done by migrants, so there is no form of encouragement that is needed. Okay, so already they are working as delivery executives, so this is wrong. Next, food delivery companies should be penalized for exploiting delivery workers. They should be penalized. Nowhere it is mentioned that food delivery companies should be penalized or should be fined for or punished for exploiting delivery workers. No, it is nowhere mentioned. Okay, this thing is nowhere mentioned, so you cannot conclude it. Next, delivery workers are now essential. So here the keywords, focus on the keywords. Focus on the keywords. Essential. They deserve the rights of other employees. So this is your answer. Why? Why is this your answer? Just see. Okay. Food delivery drivers and riders often work for less than the minimum wage and have no employee rights such as sick leaves. Okay, so this means, and so now we need to ask to the what we owe these workers in return from here, and then from here you can see that to secure and safeguard this essential service. So this essential service means this delivery service. It is time the law ensured gig workers have the same legal right and protection as other employees. So from here we can say that option D is the right one, that essential service, and it deserves the rights of other employees. Okay, got it? Next question. Which of the following highlighted words in bold in the passage does not agree with the context of the passage? So this means which of the following words is contextually wrong? We have already seen which of the following words is wrong. Tell me, I want to see how much you are focusing. Answer in the comments. Write down your answer in the comments. Edible. Yes, very good. So instead of edible, what does the word edible means? Edible means something that you can eat. But here it is saying that whether people who have come on temporary visas are eligible to work. So instead of edible, what you have to use? You have to use eligible. Edible means something that you can eat. that can be eaten. Edible means something that can be eaten. So instead of edible, eligible should be used. Okay. Next question. As per the passage, which of the following statements is true? Which of the following statements is true? We have already read the entire passage. Now you should be able to answer. You will answer this question, okay? Write down the answer in the comments. Okay, C. Option C. Okay. So option C says food delivery drivers and riders have the same right as other employees. Okay, fine. See, this is what I have discussed in tomorrow's lesson. So tomorrow there will be a video uploaded at 8:30 a.m. It is already uploaded, so it will be premiered at 8:30 a.m. There I have discussed the common mistakes that aspirants do while solving RC. When you say option C, freelance, what does freelance mean? Freelance means when you are not actually an employee, but you do the job on demand basis. I have given this example in the starting. Suppose Purna, you get selected as a PO in State Bank of India and you join your job. But after your selection, after joining your job, you feel that you want to earn some extra money. So what you do is on your Saturdays and Sundays you work for a YouTuber, and what you do, you prepare content for the YouTuber. Okay, you're preparing content for the YouTuber. Then you are not an employee of the YouTuber. Okay, but you are doing the job as a freelancer. Okay, you are a part-time employee. Fine. Okay, now option C says food delivery drivers and riders have the same right as other employees. Let's go back to the passage. In the passage it is written, it is time that the law ensured gig workers have the same right. To ensure, the law should make sure that the workers have the same legal right and protection as other employees. This means that they do not have at the present, but the law should ensure that they have this in future. Okay, that's why this is wrong. They do not have at the present. Law should ensure equal rights, but at present they do not have equal rights. Okay, so this is wrong. Option D, gig work pays less than other forms of low paid work. No, not at all. Let's go back to the passage. I told you this one. From here, see. It is better than other forms of low paid work. Gig work is better than other forms of low paid work. This means gig work is also a low paid job, but it is better than other forms of low paid work. Which means in gig work, the money is slightly more than other forms of low paid work. Okay. So what have you understood from this question? You must understand the difference between words. You could not understand the difference between should and shall, and they already have. Right? So, this is wrong then. Delivery platforms are eating into the profits of restaurants and retail stores. Okay, so this thing we know. Delivery platforms are eating into the profits of, they are taking a major portion of the profits of restaurants and retail stores. I have read this in a few articles, but this thing is not mentioned in the passage. Not mentioned in the passage. So something that is not mentioned in the passage is not your answer. That's why this is not your answer, because you should not apply your own knowledge. Okay, you should answer staying within the boundary of the passage. Don't go beyond that. B option, most food delivery work is done on a freelance basis by migrant workers. I told you regarding freelance basis. See here, they are independent contractors. Independent contractors means they are working for themselves. They're not working for anyone else. They are freelancing. Okay, so so here you see, I am taking this YouTube session. So here in this YouTube session, this YouTube is my channel. This YouTube is my channel. So I am not working for anyone here. I'm not working for anyone here. This is a freelance. You can say this is a freelance independent contract. Okay. Next. But a better example is when you create content for someone, or suppose you create a website for a company. You take a project from a company and you create website for that company. You get money and the deal is done. Then again you move to another company. So you do this on a freelance basis. So okay, so from here from here independent contractor, so freelance basis, and this thing is done by migrants. So that's why your option B is right. Okay, most food delivery work is done on a freelance basis by migrant workers. Okay. Okay, chalo. Then so on 6th of July, a new batch is going to start for SBI PO Prelims, where reasoning will be taken by Naresh sir at 9 p.m., Quants by Narendra sir at 11 a.m. and English by me at 7 p.m. English sessions are going to start from 13th of July, and this is going to be an all English batch, which means the lecture will be given in English. The content as well as the explanation, everything will be in English. So these are the fees for Unacademy Plus, because this will be on Unacademy Plus, but if you apply the coupon code Annie, you will get a 10% discount on this. Okay. And also on 15th of June, a new batch course is going to start for SBI PO 2020 for pre to mains batch, where reasoning will be taken by Ankush sir at 10 a.m. Quants by Ashish sir at 4:30 p.m. English by Sakshi ma'am at 2:30 p.m. and current affairs by Kapil sir at 10 p.m. Okay. And also this month on 15th of June, I'm going to start a new practice course on English for SBI PO Prelims, and this is going to be bilingual, that is Hindi and English. Okay. Content will be English, obviously content will be in English, and the explanation will be in Hindi for this one. Okay. So if you want to subscribe to Unacademy Plus, don't forget to use the coupon code Annie, and in the description box down below you will find a link from where you'll find the link with which you can subscribe to Unacademy Plus. Okay, use the coupon code Annie. So for applying the coupon, just write down the coupon code here and then proceed to pay. So you see, these are the costs after applying the coupon code. Okay, for 12 months of subscription, 5,400 rupees is the fee for a year. So 450 rupees per month. For 6, 12 and 24 months of subscription, no cost EMI is also available. Okay, so I will see you again in my next session. I can take a few questions from you, but my laptop is, can you open it? 1 second. इफ पॉसिबल यूट्यूब पे ही लाइव क्लासेस लीजिए. सो yes, PDF will be uploaded in my Telegram channel. Okay, PDF Telegram चैनल में अपलोड हो जाएगा. डोंट वरी, आप टेलीग्राम चैनल ज्वाइन कर लीजिए. एस्पायरिंग बैंकर अन्वेषा इंग्लिश. और YouTube पे लाइव क्लासेस यस मैं लेती रहूँगी, लेकिन मैं ज़्यादा लाइव क्लासेस लेती हूँ अनअकैडमी के प्लेटफॉर्म पर. स्पेशल क्लासेस में वो फ्री रहते हैं, सुबह 9 से 10 बजे देती हूँ. कनेक्टर्स कैसे करूँ? ओके, आई विल टेक अ सेशन ऑन कनेक्टर्स, बट आई हैव ऑलरेडी टेकन अ सेशन ऑन कनेक्टर्स. मोहित, अनअकैडमी का ऐप आप प्लीज़ डाउनलोड कर लीजिए. मेरे प्रोफाइल में जाइए, ठीक है, मेरा प्रोफाइल का लिंक नीचे दिया गया है, आप मेरे प्रोफाइल में जाइए. 2 सेशन मैंने ऑलरेडी कनेक्टर्स पे किए हैं और बहुत ही डिटेल में था वो 2 सेशंस. ओके, जहाँ पर हर एक कनेक्टर वर्ड्स मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया है, तो यू कैन वॉच इट, यू कैन वॉच 2 सेशंस. ओके, okay, bye everyone. Thank you for attending the session. Thank you for supporting me. Keep supporting me. And also please download the Unacademy app. आप लोग ऐप डाउनलोड करना क्यों नहीं चाहते हो? वहाँ पर इतने सारे फ्री क्लासेस रहते हैं, सिर्फ मेरे ही नहीं बाकी एडुकेटर्स के भी रहते हैं फ्री क्लासेस. व्हाई डोंट यू डाउनलोड द ऐप? आपका इंग्लिश बहुत वीक है. सर्जन प्रधान, आप एक बार, मैंने ऑलरेडी जो अपलोड किया है ना वीडियो हाउ टू स्कोर वेल इन इंग्लिश सेक्शन, उसको एक बार देख लीजिए. वहाँ पर मैंने हर एक पोर्शन को टच किया है कि कैसे करना है. ओके, और डाउनलोड कर लीजिए अनअकैडमी का ऐप, उसमें फ्री क्लासेस रहते हैं. ठीक है, आपको अगर पेमेंट नहीं करना है, अगर आप प्लस क्लास नहीं लेना चाहते हो, तो कम से कम आप फ्री क्लासेस तो देख सकते हो ना, वहाँ से बहुत सारे रहते हैं. हर एक एडुकेटर फ्री क्लास लेता है. सो व्हाई डोंट यू डाउनलोड द ऐप? ओके, बाय. अनअकैडमी पर देखिए, सयन मेरा अनअकैडमी का स्टूडेंट है, तो अनअकैडमी पर पोल भी रहता है, तो यू कैन पोल योर आंसर्स. आरसी कैसे करें? एक्चुअली देखिए, आरसी के लिए ना रीडिंग का हैबिट होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. आप डेली जो एडिटोरियल आती है न्यूज़पेपर में, छोटा सा जो रहता है, आप देखना एडिटोरियल से बहुत सारे रहते हैं, पर छोटा वाला आप चूज करो, डेली एक छोटा वाला आप पढ़ो. ओके, एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट आप 2 आरसीज एवरी डे सॉल्व करो. एक मंत्र बना लो अपना कि 2 आरसी एवरी डे, 2 आरसी एवरी डे, ऐसा एक मंत्र बना लो. डेली 2 आरसी सॉल्व करो. और आरसी सॉल्व करने का ट्रिक्स क्या है, वो उसका वीडियो मैंने ऑलरेडी बना दिया है, अपलोड भी कर दिया है. कल सुबह 8:30 बजे प्रीमियर हो जाएगा वो, उसको देख लेना. ठीक है, वहाँ से आपको बहुत हेल्प मिलेगी. और मैं सोच रही हूँ एक टोन ऑफ द पैसेज पर भी एक सेशन लूँ. मैं बहुत जल्दी टोन ऑफ द पैसेज में एक लाइव सेशन लूँगी. ओके, अब मैं सीख गई हूँ कैसे लाइव आना है, तो आई विल टेक सेशन. एक बात बताओ, एक बात आप लोग बताइए, जो मैंने जब सेशन शुरू किया था तब जो वॉल्यूम आ रही थी, वॉल्यूम में प्रॉब्लम हो रहा था, क्या सेम वॉल्यूम अभी भी मतलब सेम ही आ रहा है क्या, या थोड़ा सा इम्प्रूव हुआ है अब? मोहित, मैं अनअकैडमी पर मंडे टू थर्सडे सुबह 9 बजे मेरा फ्री क्लासेस रहते हैं. वही तो मैं आपको बोल रही हूँ, आप नहीं मान रहे हो. प्लीज अनअकैडमी का ऐप डाउनलोड कर लीजिए. मंडे टू थर्सडे फ्री क्लासेस रहते हैं. ओके, सुबह 9 बजे. कल ही फ्री क्लास है, मंडे कल फ्री क्लास है पैरा जंबल पर. सुबह 9 बजे हम लोग पैरा जंबल क्वेश्चंस प्रैक्टिस करेंगे. इट इज वेरी क्लियर नाउ. ओके, ठीक है. ओके, बाय बाय एवरीवन. हैप्पी संडे. बाय. 9 से 10, हाँ 9 से 10, सैन को पता है, देखो. ओके, बाय.